What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Amy, and today I'm doing a review on my 2017 Kawasaki KLX140L, I believe is this model. This is the one with the full-size dirt bike tires, not the little mini small tires. So let's take a look at the bike. Okay, so the most important question here is, what mods do we have? No, not really the most important, but I have not done much at all to this bike in terms of aftermarket stuff. The only thing I've done is added a new hose here for the fuel overflow, and I added this lovely chin guard because Amy totally hit her chin on this bar doing a jump one time, and don't know why I hadn't thought to put that there before. So very important mod. Make sure you got this on your bike if you have a similar setup like I do and it doesn't come stock. So how has this bike been overall? I've had it for 3 years and it has been a wonderful bike. The only tiny maintenance stuff other than the simple oil changes that I've done, and I think we replaced if I remember right, it was the rear tire because it had a little bit of road mileage on it from the previous owner. And I've only ridden this in the dirt and been on pavement like a handful of times, so these tires have stayed good. The only other thing I had to do was clean up the oil dipstick. Basically, sometimes it could just have been where we lived before in Florida, that sand would find its way up underneath here and would cause a little bit of oil drip. So I would just clean it periodically, make sure that none of that sand got into the engine, of course, and tighten it up. And since we've been in Missouri for the last year, this has not been an issue. It hasn't leaked at all. So I think that it was a sand related thing. Out here we have soil, so a little bit different. And other than that, we did have to tighten something on my brakes. I'm trying to remember. I think there was an issue at one point where this rear brake was not like doing anything basically. So we just fixed the lines and made sure we had fluid and everything, and it was good to go. So yeah, other than that, this has been a completely reliable bike. I will say that when it's cold, if the bike is like, we have an insulated garage here, so it's not a big deal anymore. But when we used to keep it out in our carport, where it was exposed to the weather a little bit more, and it would actually get down into 30s and 40s in Florida, believe it or not, it would have a hard time starting. The only time it's had that issue here in Missouri is when we were like in the extreme cold temperatures, like teens, 20s for a little while, and then I go to start, and it's like, oh, yeah, I don't really want to. And at one point the battery went dead, but that was my fault because I should have been starting it more often during the winter. So yeah, we're getting into springtime now. I'm going to show another video pretty soon on the channel of just some riding clips. We've got a pasture cleared that we are going to be putting in basically a dirt bike track with jumps and whoop-de-doos and all that fun stuff. So I can show you guys the journey of that. But yeah, it's just been a super awesome bike. I'm going to do a quick startup. I've got the door shut, so I can't run it for too long in here with the fumes, but I'll do a quick startup just so you can hear it sound. It's actually got a pretty nice sound from just the stock muffler here. Yeah, my apologies if that came out a bit muffled, trying to get the audio right with the mic here. But yeah, it's a great bike. It's easy, simple. Actually, since we moved to Missouri, I feel like I don't even have to clean it as much. For whatever reason, I think there was just a lot more dew and moisture in Florida. So I used to have to hose this guy down a lot. Out here, it's more dusty and the dirt is different, obviously not sand. So it's easier to keep clean now. So that's awesome. But yeah, love this bike. In terms of power, a 140, it's nothing super crazy by any means. We have a lot of hills and stuff here, and I actually was considering selling the bike and getting something different. Not a dirt bike, but just selling it. And then we came up with the plan to do the dirt bike track because it's a flat surface over there with some natural hillsides for like whoop-de-doos and stuff. So I decided to keep it because that would make it a lot more fun than for me riding it up and down hills where we have a lot of rocks here. And it's not so fun if you feel like you're going to slide and fall off your bike. So yeah, that made me want to keep the bike, having this field where we can play around, make our own track, and kind of reignited my passion for the dirt bike again because for a while I wasn't riding it when we first got here, and I was spending a lot of time on our new four-wheeler. And yeah, so at any rate, great bike. Kawai's a great brand. I've had 3 Kawasaki bikes now, Ninja 650R, this bike, and my Kawasaki Ninja ZX14R that you've seen on the channel, which I still currently own. And actually, if you count my husband's bike, he's got the KLX250. So we've had experience with 4 bikes technically. So great, great brand, super reliable. Highly recommend it. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's next with our track. I might be upgrading to a 300 at that point. I kind of just feel I'm comfortable. I've had this bike for 3 years, I'm comfortable with the 140. I do want that little bit extra power for getting into jumps and stuff like that more so. So that might be a future video. But yeah, anyways, great bike. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more content, I'm going to be putting out some more bike stuff, and I'm going to do a review on our tracker. This is the Tracker 600. Yeah, I'd be doing a review on that, and maybe if people are interested, I might review my husband's bike, the KLX250. I've only ridden it very minimally because it's very tall for me, so I don't have a ton of experience about it, but it is a great bike, and if people are interested, I'll do a little review on that too.